Alrighty, welcome. So I'm just going to share the screen to introduce the webinar, and we'll get into it. Excited you guys managed to make it. No one was on it for a while, then I realized I hadn't pressed the right button. So here we go. So welcome to Manifest Your Soul Purpose. This is a free manifestation webinar. I'm Nicolas of the Center for Conscious Ascension. And we are going to talk about the following. So I'll just do this because a lot of guys are going to watch this on YouTube cold. And this is a more formal bit, then we can be a lot more relaxed. So, are you here to help the world with a special gift of service hidden deep within your soul? No matter what you've tried, you just can't clear the emotional blocks to manifesting. Hands up if that's you. 11? Yeah, we all have that as light workers. So this is a free live manifestation webinar. Oh, someone's just messaged me here. Yeah. What was that? Did someone want to come online as well? Hang on. Someone here. Kelly. Yep. This is the free live manifestation webinar. And it's about clearing, it's a graceful clearing of these emotional blocks to manifesting our service. So you can feel more fulfilled as you start to deliver that gift of service to the world. And this is good for people who are just starting off on the spiritual path and people who are really who are very experienced at this sort of work. Okay, so I'm going to share with you how I manifested this global business. Okay, just the sort of overall process. So I'd like to hear from you guys, guys who are on video, but also the guys who are in the attendee room. If you can just switch the mic on. Hi, Rudy. You can just switch the mics on if you want to talk. Just if you're not, the video's not on, just switch your mic on and just say who you are and talk away, or at least put your hand up so I know what's going on. Okay. All right. So who wants to start? The guys on video, you can just wave at me, and you other guys can either talk on. Okay, Victoria. Do you want to? Are you able to switch on the sound, or is it not working? Okay, you can just put it in the chat, and I will read it out. Okay, I'll read it out. All right. So Masuma or Sharon, do you want to share what's brought you here? Because I need to get a feel for what you need, what brought you here, and what you need, because that enables me to focus
I'll
the way the webinar goes. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it, Masuma.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Masuma. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada in USA. The past few years, I have done extensive inner work, and finally, I found Nicolas's book 2 months ago. And with like everything else, I get obsessed with these things and I want to figure it out. And so I had a reading, or I tried to do my own reading, but I think I need some help with that. So I booked a session with Nicolas. I have to wait for it another month or so. But I'm also debating between taking the Soul Contract Reading course or the healing course. So I showed up today because I just want to feel into the the divine healing course and see if that's where I want to start, or should I wait and do the soul contract reading? And that's why I'm here today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's important to go with what opens your heart the most. There'll be an order for you, for everybody, if you engage with our trainings. Everyone has their own path. So if you're not sure, what you do is you imagine yourself on the training, on say divine healing, and see how much your heart opens. I mean, you've got this far. This is about the third webinar you've been on, I think, isn't it? And then you try on the other training. And one of them will open more, and that's called the spiritual signature. Your soul will tell you there's one path in life, and if you follow that, life will work out.
Yep.
Eventually. Okay, yep. So you actually don't have to think about it too much.
I know.
All right. So that's
Thank you.
okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, Sharon. Now we got sound going. Would you like to share what brought you here and what you'd like from this?
Um, what brought me here was I had a session with somebody from Etsy, and some of the things that she was offering through the session were odd to me. So I looked it up, and apparently they come from you. So I started looking into it because I keep getting different, I guess, responses. We had a car accident with me and 3 of my kids, and one person says it's your awakening, another person says no, you have attachments. It's like, and then somebody says, well, no, it's an attachment because, or I'm sorry, it's an awakening because you need to be spiritual. I'm like, I was already spiritual as far as I understood it. So, and then if I try and get a reading somewhere else, it changes completely. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather find out what my purpose is, because otherwise they're just going to confuse me more. So that's what my goal is, to figure out which of all these stories is actually the one that matches me.
Okay. All right. So who did you actually have a reading with? I didn't quite catch that.
Meredith, she offers a session. I can't remember what it's called, something like light body integration or something like that.
Okay. What was her last name?
Ooh, she's got a difficult one. Pabadi. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you had a subcontract reading, so that should give you an idea of purpose. Was it a subcontract reading or just a light?
No, it was just a service, a light body integration service. That's it.
Okay. All right.
But the way it's explained in the description of it, there were things I never heard of. So when I tried to figure out where was she getting this from, because there's a lot of theories out there, I'm like, I'm not looking for that. So your name came up. Apparently it comes from you somehow. So
Okay.
then I started listening to you to see if that would help.
Okay. Well, you might want to have a subcontract reading somehow from somebody, from us or a practitioner, or post links for that, or get a subcontract report, which is a written version of it, which is more affordable if you're on a budget or whatever. So you get some idea of purpose. So that'll be a good start. And probably in your chart, from what you just told me, you would have a number which will be learning about discernment. Ultimately, we need to listen to ourselves. And if we listen to others, often it's not the right advice. Okay. I'm not sure not certain for sure, but it's about ultimately trusting ourselves. Because the guidance from within, once we get clear enough emotionally, that's a proviso, will guide us through life. But most of the time we're in our left brain, because in the West, especially, we've been brought up with the Western scientific brain, we have to figure it all out. And the chances of getting that right are a toss of a coin. So the odds aren't great thinking about it. But your spirit has the big picture of your life. It has the plan. It knows what the purpose is. Okay. And soul purpose is revealed in the soul contract. And so connecting inward and getting clear enough emotionally will give you the answers. But it's an ongoing journey, because we come here to go completely asleep and disconnect from spirit, high consciousness, to see if we can wake up and reconnect with it. Okay, so what happens is that the answers gradually start to get easier and better and work, but it takes time. It does take time. All right. I used to try, I left my corporate job in 1997, and I tried to apply all my left brain corporate principles, being a high-powered corporate job, to running a spiritual business and a spiritual life, and it didn't work. About half, 2/3 of the things I tried to do completely failed because I was trying to figure it out and plan it. But now what I do is I just listen. I just listen within, and having done a lot of emotional work, which is divine healing responsible for the majority of that, I just take the feeling of what is right, and it tends to work out a lot better. But it's a big shift from left to right brain, so it doesn't happen overnight. But but that's the aim. And if you listen to that right brain intuitive feminine feeling, it basically starts to align you with the spiritual signature, the natural flow. What is the next right action that's going to open your heart? It's going to help you move forward. And that's when life gets really interesting, because you all have a plan, a divine plan from the higher self. And the more closer you can follow that, the more joyful your life is going to be. Okay. So we got a few messages here. This looks like Kelly. Kelly said it's having a problem with the microphone, so I also learn about the soul contract, and I purchased the book on Amazon. It's Your Soul Contract Decoded, the book, and I found it really accurate. I've done a couple of readings for myself and my friends, and I like that. That's my second free webinar, and I hope to take the class one day. But for now, I can't. Hopefully one day I will study this and expand my awareness. I meant follow my path, because that's what my soul indicated. Okay. All righty. Okay, so Victoria, you've got your microphone on. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I finally figured it out. I had to disconnect, but whatever. Yeah,
Do you want to switch the video on? Yeah, for that, so I can connect with you a bit more visually.
well, not looking my best. I'm
There
not
you
sure.
go. Sounds good now.
Okay. I did do the work. It was actually a couple of years ago. I came up with all double digits, and I put some stuff on the Facebook page about, what does this mean? I do a lot of other things. I do Reiki. I do meditation. I'm dabbling in mediumship and all, and they are all connected for me. But what the thing for me is that I have kind of led a life of service. I was a special ed teacher. I take care of my mom now, etc. And one of the things I struggled with was how this does not tell me where I am in time. Like, this reading is based upon my name and things that were in place from my birth. So if I'm doing this at 20 or I'm doing this at 80, I'm getting the same information. But then it's saying you're having a life of service. So how, you're seeing what I'm saying, like a life. Okay, so now getting this message at 20, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this. But then you're getting that message, let's say at 80, and you're saying, well, wait a minute, maybe I did this already and I'm done. So do you get the gist of what I'm asking?
Yeah. The soul contract work is a spiritual map of life of your overall. You are on the map. You can only determine by looking at the interpretations, having a reading from somebody or reading the book, Your Soul Contract Decoded, or getting a soul contract report. Okay, I'll put all these links on the in the description. So only you can know exactly how far you've progressed. Like, you may read some things in the book which says, oh, you say, oh, I've done all that. Oh, but there could be other things you realize, oh, I haven't quite got to that yet, or I've only just started. Or if you're having a practitioner give you a reading, they will figure out where you are. So the idea is to figure out how far you've progressed on your pathway, and then what is in front of you, which will be in the contract, and then what do you do about it, which will be in the recommendations in the book or in a live reading or a report. Okay, because it's not like astrology where through time where things are. It's more like it's the potential for the entire lifetime, and some people may get 10-15% the way through it. Others who are on the path like you guys may get a lot further. You might go 50-60%, because you once you know what your chart is, you're more conscious. You're then spending 80% of your effort on 20% of things that really matter, because most people do the opposite. They spend 80% of the effort on things which don't matter, because they're distracted by the ego. So the progression through life is very slow and hard for most people. Okay, does that help, Victoria?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I did read the book, and I did do my chart. I took a lot of notes. I reread things. I really went deep into it. But like I said, it's still really not clear to me, even though it shows the actions. It's like, well, how do I know I haven't already accomplished this? Because I'm doing this later in my life. And I don't know how you're saying like percentages and stuff. And I'm saying, well, gee, how do I assess? I don't remember reading anything in the book that helped me assess, like, where are you now in this process?
Well, only you can know that from reading the interpretations. You look at, okay, I've done this part of the karmic aspect I've done. There's a little bit more, but I've done that for a long time. And other parts I haven't even touched. But really, I'd say at this stage, you need a practitioner to give you a live reading to pin down how far you've got, because they'll have a bigger picture. Because there's only so much you can do with a book. I mean, the idea of the book was to give you guys light work as a manual to get on, understand their life and get on with it. It's the manual I would have liked to have when I started waking up in my 20s, and I didn't write the book till I was in my 50s. So there's a limit to what you can do with a book. You really need to have a dialogue with a practitioner from where you are, Victoria, to get those answers, because there's a limit to what you can put in a book. So, okay, so we have here, Kelly said, yes, the sole purpose is what we came for. Maybe a life path of service is what you have to keep doing. Yeah, we all came to serve in some way. Okay. All right, so you guys in the attendee pool room, if you want to say what you need from this, you're welcome to switch on the mic and chat away to me, or just put it in the chat itself. It's nice to connect with you live, though, if you're able to. And I get a better feel for what you need. It's entirely voluntary, though. Anyone want to share? Or you can put it in the chat. No, you guys are okay. All right, we will keep going then. Okay, so let's have a look here. Let me just share the screen again. Okay. Now, life is a puzzle. It takes a while to work it out. So make sure the sharing now. Yep. So how did we get here? I want to talk about that a bit. How did we get here? How do we get to this place where we forgot who we were? Right. So, well, here's how we got here. Let's get my pen out. So we come from Source. All that is Great Spirit, God in a non-religious sense. That's where we come from. And Source sits in the 12th dimension up here. And what happened is that Source spent a lot of time thinking, which is what we've been talking about. It thought about itself a lot. Then it realized it wasn't actually growing in consciousness by thinking about it. It realized that it had to have a direct experience of creation, of it creating creation. So what it did is it took parts of itself and it created an out-breath of itself. From the 12th dimension down, it densified itself, 10th, 11th, 10th, 5th, all the way down to the 3rd dimension where we are. This is us, sitting in our little earth suits down here, feeling separate from Source. Maybe not even being aware that there's Source when we first arrived here on Earth. Well, some of you probably were. And so basically we've densified to the point that we perceive we have a physical body that's solid. And the aim of this was to get us separate from Source, from all that is, as far as we could, completely forget that we are a spark of the divine. Our soul is a spark of Source. And then to see if we can return back to Source, gradually return back, cutting a pathway through these low, dense dimensions here, cutting a pathway in consciousness back to Source. And that's called ascension. And gradually dissolve all of our ego constructs and programs so we can awaken, because the ego is just a barrier that's created so we have a sense of separation from Source. Because if we felt direct connection to Source at all times, we wouldn't bother doing much down here, because We just know, well, I'm God. Nothing to be learned. But because we don't feel that initially, we then seek out how to get back home. And the purpose of divine healing is to clear this pathway back to source. Okay? And the way, the journey we take to get there is called our soul purpose. There's a particular pathway, and each of you would follow a unique pathway back to source. And that pathway is laid out in the soul contract. Okay? And the key to manifesting this is to dissolve the ego construct here. So rather than following the dictates of the mind, which, as we said earlier, you get it wrong, it'll get it wrong 50% of the time. And you end up traveling all over the place, but actually not getting back home to source, back to God, back to light, back to pure love. Okay? So as we dissolve, we manifest our soul purpose by dissolving the ego. Okay? And so some of you may be aware of what that purpose is from your soul contract. Some may be still seeking it. And so we're gonna clear some of the barriers to make you a little closer to source today, is what we're gonna do. And feel free to ask questions at any time as well. Okay? Right. So make sure I can see the chat as well. I'm screen sharing. So, who are we really? Who are you really? Okay. So, this is who we really are. This is the vastness of our being. And it's a product of past, present, and future lives. And the issues we face in our life, our challenges here, are the ones we focus on, these little red dots. Okay? And we tend to spend a lot of time focusing on all the things which aren't working. We're gazing at our navel. Okay? And as a result of that, because we're focusing on all the things we don't like, could be unworthiness, could be disempowerment, could be lack of trust, or whatever it is, feeling abandoned by God because we came into a body. We get more of it by the law of attraction. Okay, so what we're going to learn today is to pull our head out of our navel and focus on the good stuff here. Okay, all right, focus on the good stuff so that we can become a vast, multidimensional being. We can manifest our purpose eventually. Because when we starve the ego of focusing on all this, all the negative stuff, what happens then is that we stop manifesting so much of it, and we start manifesting the good stuff. All right, that's what we're going to learn today. So you'll leave with a process you can use regularly to create a better life. So we start by peeling our ego onion. Okay, so what the soul does is, this is the soul here, this is our flame of consciousness, the pure love that we are. And divine healing peels this ego construct, this ego onion, which was created by the soul contract. And we live our lives through this ego filter. We perceive through that filter. And the idea here is to peel that off. So hang on, I'm getting a bit of sound here. Okay. That's fine. So we're going to peel some of this onion today, okay? So how do we do that? Because when we get back to this pure love that we are, and we connect more, that's when we can follow the spiritual signature more and feel more of who we truly are. Okay, so here's how we do it. What we do is this. We first need to have the willingness, desire, and courage to heal. Okay, most people are not wanting to feel their issues. Okay, that includes me on a bad day. It happened a lot yesterday. So the ego doesn't like pain. Okay, it does not like pain. So what we're doing is we're bringing feeling consciousness to the issue, which is the red dot here. Okay. And when we bring feeling consciousness, it could be a fear of manifesting our purpose, fear of being great, what you feel you can heal. So the idea here with this work is to expand our feeling consciousness of the issue blocking us, and which can be a pretty strange thing to do because it can see it's alien to the ego to actually feel any pain. It's in complete avoidance all the time. Because if it dissolved, it's fearful that if it gets dissolved, it will be annihilated. Okay? And that's why the ego doesn't want us to feel anything. So this is the aim of what we're going to do today. Okay? And it needs to be done throughout life, actually. Okay? So this is the key to healing. So the ego knows that we may wake up one day and feel stuff. So what it does is it numbs us out with this layer of emotional ice. It stops us feeling stuff here. Okay? Because what you feel, you can heal, and what you can't feel, you can't heal. Often we think about what we should be feeling, all right, rather than actually feeling it. And when people say, I think I feel this, it's a good sign the ego is trying to keep them from feeling anything. So what we do with divine healing, we can do some of this today, is that we gently break through with love the ego's defenses, and we bring this feeling consciousness into the issue, the separation program. And it could be abandonment, it could be a feeling of not worthy of being loved, it could be not feeling trusting in God. They're the three main programs that humans have just from being born. Because the moment you're born, you have this instant sense of separation in some form. And the idea is to dissolve those programs. Okay. So the process that I'm going to share with you here is a meditation of oneness and manifestation. Okay. All right. Part of it is based on Wayne Dyer's book, Manifest Your Destiny, which was shared with him by an Indian avatar. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to manifest what you truly desire. It takes time. And the idea here is that we create here, back to this diagram. The idea is that we move from this limited perception of I'm stuck in this body in the third dimension. We're going to create what's called a unified chakra. We're going to basically create this massive ball of light starting at your heart chakra. And we're going to breathe back to source, back from the third to the 12th dimension, and way down through all our chakras, this massive ball of energy so that you're more connected consciously to who you truly are. And the result of that will be that you can access the high dimensional parts of you. Okay, and the reason that things don't manifest in our lives, so as a general manifestation principle, is that we feel that they are not part of us. We feel that they are, for example, over here, and that it's separate from us. And if we perceive that something that we truly desire is separate from us, it cannot come to us because in our perception, it's separate. So, but by unifying with all that is, with all of creation, it does become a part of you. And therefore, because it's a part of you at a feeling level, you can attract it to you. Okay? You can attract it to you because it's a part of you already, which is why we do the unified chakra to start with. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to use sounds of God to activate our connection to all that is. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, and then that will draw whatever it is that you desire to come to you. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. Okay. So the way this works is like this, is that, actually, a couple more things I need to say about the manifestation process. Go back to this. So, when you're trying to manifest something, which is part of all it is, you're focusing on it. The ego goes, "Hey, I don't want that to happen." So it pops up blockages in the way. Okay. So what we're going to do is that I want you guys to focus on what you wish to manifest in your life. It could be something very specific. Okay. Whatever that is, or you may be aware of your soul purpose. Focus on that. Whatever you're drawn to focus on that brought you here. And if you focus on it as if it's already done, because we're going to start meditation, you focus on it as if it's already done, not that you want it or desire it, it's already done. Then when you focus on that, because you are a spark of the creator, and you focus on what you truly desire as if it's done, then the universe starts to bring in all the resources to bring this to you. But the ego at the same time says, "Hey, we can't have you wake up too fast," and it will trigger all the barriers to it happening as well. Yeah. And so what we're effectively doing is ambushing the ego in a loving way to show it all its programs, all the programs blocking you from getting what you desire. So we're deliberately doing this. They're going to pop their heads out from the subconscious, because most of our programs is like, say this is the surface of the water, most of our programming, ego programming, is below the water like an iceberg. This stuff's going to start to come to the surface. And by bringing it into consciousness, so you can feel it, we're then going to use divine healing, which is based on asking you shall receive, to clear them, because you better feel these programs coming up. We're going to clear a bunch of them. So these are going to be basically erased. And as that happens, this manifestation that you desire is going to come a little bit closer, if not turn up for you. Normally with this meditation process, it needs to be done 7 to 10 days in a row at sunrise and sunset, which I'll explain as we go through. So you're putting out a constant manifestation energy. Okay. And it's important when you do this is to have no attachment to it happening. Okay. All right. You could take it or leave it. When you have no attachment to happening, the more you let go, all right, the more likely it's going to start to turn up. Often I do this meditation when I'm going to run a workshop. And what happens then is that at least one person a day books in and lead up to a workshop. So I'm focusing on it as if they're, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 people on one of our trainings. Then they just start to turn up. Okay, so back to this. So we'll start this. So the first thing I want you guys to do is to set your intent for what you wish to manifest. Obviously, it's got to be something which is viable. Okay. And it has to be in alignment with your divine purpose. Okay. It has to be in alignment with the divine purpose. Okay. So if you focus on it being in your heart, what the manifestation is, close your eyes, feet flat on the ground. Feel that. Feel as if it's already done. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get there. That's the universe's problem. Your job's to focus on what's deeply in your heart. It could be a better relationship with your partner, or finding a new partner, or whatever it is, where you get clear on your purpose. Or if you know your purpose, your soul purpose, focus on that. Whatever's strongest for you in this moment, because that's where the energy is. Feel as if it's already done. Feel the joy, relief, happiness, gratitude, disbelief that this has already happened. And it was easy. And it's important to have no negatives in there, because if you have a negative, the universe will manifest that. It doesn't understand negatives. So it's got to be a positive situation. Like it could be with someone you say, no more conflict with so-and-so. It's more like, I'm at peace with somebody. And your ego will chatter away and have all sorts of resistance and stuff will come up. And that's fine. And we're going to connect with oneness now. I'll take you through the unified chakra. But keep that in your heart, that manifestation. All right? Okay. So I want you to breathing through your mouth in this case, not your nose, because breathing through the mouth keeps you in the body. I'd like you to breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart, creating a glowing ball of light. Breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the throat chakra and the solar plexus in one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the brow chakra and the navel chakra, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the crown chakra and the base chakra, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Just feel the unified field, spherical field, basically pop open each chakra as it expands. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies around you, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the Alpha chakra, one hand length above your crown and slightly forward, and the Omega chakra, one hand length below the base of your spine, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass, or actually allow the waves of Metatron to vibrate between the Alpha and the Omega chakras and to merge with the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies to create the kingdom. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the eighth chakra, one hand length directly above the crown and the upper thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the emotional body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the ninth chakra, two hand lengths above the crown in the lower thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the mental body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 10th chakra way above your head and your knees, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the spiritual body to merge with the physical fields to create what we call the throne. Raise your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 11th chakra way above your head and your upper calves, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 12th chakra way above your head in your lower calves, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the Christ oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 13th chakra way above your head and your feet, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the I am oversoul to merge with the unified, with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 14th chakra way above your head, way up in the 12th dimension at source and way below your feet. So you embrace all of creation, all of who you truly are. And allow source to merge with the throne. And breathe in and out with that source energy. Breathe in and out of all that is, which is actually you. And stay aware of that manifestation in your heart as if it's already done. Remember the feeling of gratitude, joy, happiness, disbelief, whatever it is for you. And now we're going to use the sounds of God. We're going to use a sound called Ah. And we're going to breathe the sound of Ah from the base chakra to the crown to clear the channel there. Because our base chakra is our source of creativity, of manifestation. So we're going to breathe it from the base to the crown. Normally you do this over a cycle of 20 minutes at sunrise from where you are, and I'll place a link to calculate sunrise based upon your street address, not on the internet. Normal internet sunrise, it's about 20 minutes out, because the crossing from dark to light at sunrise is very powerful manifestation-wise. And you do this meditation at that time. So we spend about a bit under 7 minutes doing this sound of Ah from the base to the crown, but we'll just do it for a short amount of time. The main thing is you learn how to do it. And for the second set of 7 minutes, you go from the base up to the crown and out to oneness. So what you're doing is you're drawing from the oneness of all that is, their manifestation. Still using the sound of ah. And then for the third 7 minutes, to make up a total of 20 minutes, we breathe from the base, manifesting from the base to oneness with a feeling of gratitude as if it's already done. And once you do that, the universe says, okay, he or she is called upon this manifestation to come, and if it's in divine order, and you have cleared enough of your issues, it's the key thing, that are in the way of it, it'll turn up. And the reason Jesus could manifest stuff is because he'd spent 12 years in the desert, traveling around the world, clearing his issues. That's why he could manifest things out of thin air, literally. And he says, we could do that as well. So I'm not saying this from a religious perspective. He was just an avatar, a very powerful galactic logos. He's the soul of the galaxy, really, showing us what we can do. All right. So focusing on your heart as if it's already done. If you guys can switch your microphones on, then we can hear each other. It's more powerful as a group. Okay, that'd be really appreciated. If you hear this, if you hear everyone, it reinforces it, creates a resonance. Okay. We're going to make the sound of ah. So it goes like this. So base to crown. Ah. Everyone start there. Ah.
Oh.
Ah. That's it. Ah. Go at your own pace. Ah. It's already done. Ah. Ah. Don't be shy. The more powerful the sound, the more powerful the manifestation. Ah. Go with the feelings that are coming up. Ah. Base to crown. Creative energy. Ah. 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 Then we've done our 7 minutes. First 7 minutes. Now we're going to do the second 7 minutes. We're going to go from the base, creative energy from the base to the crown, and then out to oneness. Okay. So now we're saying to the universe, I call this to me. Ah. 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 Okay, assume that's pause there. Just assume that's done. Okay. And we're going to do the third lot of 7 minutes, which is manifestation from the base to oneness, through the crown, out to the oneness of all that is, the unified field. And we've just connect with a feeling of gratitude as if it's already done, because that opens a pathway to source. Ah. 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 Be aware of whatever comes up emotionally. Everything's okay. Welcome. Ah. 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 just pause there. Just be with the feeling of what's come up there. Become present to all the emotions. Could be grief, could be unworthiness, could be surprise. This is actually happening. I'm feeling disbelief actually at the moment. This has actually happened. Now we're going to do a bit of divine healing now. I want you to become aware of whatever program came up for you. Just feel it. Could be your disbelief that nothing good comes, no good things happen to me, or whatever it is. Everything's welcome. Just allow whatever emotions are there to come up, because our ego is really expert at suppressing them. I'm aware where that may have come from. May have come from childhood. Maybe your parents shouted at you. Might be a past life. Whatever you're becoming aware of, where its source, become aware of the source of it, if you can. You may not be able to track it, and it's okay as well. And open to all aspects of the feeling. Bring your feeling consciousness deep into that program. Maybe you're feeling, oh, I'm not worth having this. And the more you can bring your feeling consciousness into it, the deeper the clearing. Because we're going to aim here to feel as much as we can, and we're going to ask your higher self to clear it. The soul just wants you to have the feeling of this program. This is what divine healing is about. Feel it, and we command the higher self to clear it. I'm aware of any attachment to the feeling. In a sense of any sense of being bad for having that feeling. And all judgment around it. And the more you can open to it, the more you can integrate and heal. And divine healing is based upon command codes. It's where we command the universe to do things for us. Remember, you are a spark of the divine. You are a spark of God, even though you may not believe it. Okay, and so we use command codes, which you can see on the screen here if you open your eyes, to change the program. You just felt the program. Now we're going to ask the higher self, or Saint Germain in this case, to burn it away. All right, so if you could switch your mics on, we can do this command code together. All right, it's very powerful when we do it together. We can hear each other. Okay. And we're going to say this command code here in bite-sized chunks. This is called a main low frequency program chart in divine healing. So stay with the feeling of whatever came up and repeat after me. We are Saint Germain.
We ask Saint Germain
We ask Saint Germain
To pour the purple flame.
to pour the purple
for the
flame
purple flame
Through the aura and subtle bodies.
through the
through
aura,
the aura and subtle bodies.
To burn away all low frequency energies.
to burn away
all low frequency
frequency
energies
energies
That we have discovered.
that we have
that we
discovered,
have discovered.
So that new higher level vibrations
so that
So
new
that
higher level
new higher level vibrations
can be accessed.
can be
can
accessed.
be accessed.
The Saint Germain's an ascended master who's going to start doing that now. We'll give him a minute or two to do that. And then we're going to get really specific with these guys down here. So this is ask and you shall receive, which is what divine healing is about. And when we say these bullet points in the command code, we're going to say each one, then we're going to pause. The mind will want to rush through and say it all. We're not going to do that because you could do one at a time, then allow it to happen. Okay. So repeat after me. Saint Germain and higher self,
Saint
Saint
Germain,
Germain and higher self,
please burn out in one go.
please burn
Please
out in one go.
and one
100% the core issue through all levels and dimensions.
100%
100% core issues
core
through all
issues.
levels and dimensions.
Little pause there. 100% the original cause through all levels and dimensions.
100%
the
the original cause through all
through
levels and
all
dimensions.
dimensions.
100% the source of its power through all levels and dimensions.
100% the
100%
source of its
of-
power through all
through all
levels and
levels and
dimensions.
dimensions.
100% all energy attached through all levels and dimensions.
100% all
all
energy
energy
attached through
through
all
all
levels and dimensions.
dimensions.
100% all of its effects through all levels and dimensions.
100% all of its effects through
effects
all
all
levels
levels
and dimensions.
and dimensions.
Finished there. Then we say thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we need to mean it. Because what happens then, when you express gratitude to the universe, is it opens a pathway back to source. Okay, what it does is that I'm trying to show you here. It basically bypasses the ego completely, and you open a channel back to source, and then good stuff comes to you directly, without all the interference in the way. Yes, that's why gratitude, genuine gratitude, is very, very powerful. Okay, just going to move some of these little windows around. Okay, so just breathe in as that stuff clears. Just clear the big layer of programming. Okay, I'm going to have a little drink while you integrate that. Feel the shift. Okay, now, a lot of our programming comes from past lives. Okay, a lot of what we're processing is from past lives. The majority, actually. Unresolved stuff. So the programming you're feeling now, which is blocking your manifestation, will trigger past life files to open. And this is a past life death chart we're going to use, but we're going to make some slight adjustment to it. Okay, rather than saying traumatic deaths, we're going to say traumatic lifetime here. We're going to say this, we're going to connect with our past lives and we're going to clear them. Again, you bring feeling consciousness to an issue. And once you've got that, you command the higher self to clear it. So I want you to close your eyes and just through your thought and intention, become aware of the past lives that have been blocking you from manifesting the completed form, whatever it is that's in your heart that you want to come into your life. Just feel them. You may see little tendrils of light going back in the time-space continuum from your heart back into the behind you. Get a sense of the past lives because the files have opened in your energy fields and they're ready to be cleared. Okay. Okay, everybody's files seem to be open now. Okay, so now what we do is we say, microphone's on again. Higher self, please clear, heal, and integrate
Higher self, please
Myself,
clear,
please
heal, and
clear
integrate
all these files and memories,
all these
all
files
these
and
files and memories,
including all cellular memories,
including all
including
cellular
all cellular
memories,
memories,
the DNA and the subatomic levels,
the
the DNA
DNA
and the subatomic level,
levels,
I am now ready to heal all traumatic lifetimes
I am
I
now
am
ready to
now ready
heal
to
all
heal all
traumatic
traumatic
lifetimes
at all levels and dimensions,
at
at
all
all
levels and
levels and
dimensions,
dimensions,
all time frames, realities, and universes.
all
all
time
time
frames,
frames,
realities,
realities, and
and
universes.
universes.
A little pause there to let that happen. It's a big thing you just asked for there. I command that any soul fragments held with these memories
I command
I
that
command that any soul
soul
fragments held with these
held with
memories
these memories
are now returned to me fully whole and intact
and now
are
return
now
to me
returned
fully
to me
whole and
fully
intact
whole
as appropriate.
as
as
appropriate.
appropriate.
I welcome these soul fragments back.
I
I
welcome the
welcome these soul
soul
fragments
fragments
back.
back.
Little pause there. I command that the whole holographic matrix
I command
I
that the whole
command that the whole
holographic
holographic
matrix
matrix
be repaired through all layers and levels,
be repaired
be
through all
repaired
layers
through
and
all
levels,
layers and levels,
then brought into full alignment, integration, and balance
then
and
brought
brought
into
into full
alignment,
alignment, integration,
integration,
and
and balance
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
to
to
allow
allow
for
for wholeness to
wholeness.
emerge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So just embrace that shift. Okay. You may feel a little freer and lighter, more expansive in your fields. I feel about 3 major past lives leave or blocking my manifestation. Oh, yeah, it's very important not to share the manifestation with anyone else, to keep it sacred. The ego will want to share it, to look at what I've manifested, but that will actually diminish the power of it. So it's important to keep it confidential. Okay. Now, because we've done some quite strong work here, we're going to do some nutrition, infuse some nutrition, which is specific frequency to integrate what we just did. Because you've dismantled a layer of your ego, people, and now we need to integrate the shift that's occurred so that you stay stable. So energetic nutrition, this is the nutrition chart, Divine Healing Level 1. This is all about infusing the frequency of physical elements like amino acids, essential fatty acids. We have 25 of these guys, 19 of those, and whoops, gone too far. And minerals and vitamins. Okay, there's 21 of minerals, 26 vitamins. You don't have to know what they do. Okay. But your higher self has figured out which one it wants to help you integrate what you just did. So you're a little closer to manifesting what you desire. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick one. Okay, so it says in Divine Healing, we do a lot of number mapping or selecting letters. But letters are harder to choose, numbers are easier. So I want you to close your eyes. And then I'm going to say pick a number between 1 and 4. When I do that, a number will drop into your head from the higher self. The first number is the correct one. Write it down if you have a pen, okay? Or just remember it. So closing your eyes, just pick a number 1 to 4. Sometimes you may get multiple numbers. The first one's the correct one. I got a 2. So in my case, okay, so in my case, for you guys who got 2 or B, keeping your eyes closed, okay, pick a number 1 to 19. I got 3. Arachidonic acid. That's what I need to infuse. So all of you B's or 2s, write that down. If you got a 1, pick a number 1 to 25 and write that down and take a look at which one it was. It's an amino acid. That's what you need. Okay. You guys who got 3, which is C, which is minerals, here, I want you to pick a number 1 to 21. and write that down. Those of you who got 4 or D of vitamin, I want you to pick a number 1 to 26 and write that down. Okay. Right, so what's happened now is that that particular nutritional energy you've chosen, the frequency version of it, has been put in what we call a divine healing stack. It's like a little holding space where the energy works. And we're going to say this command code here together. So put your mics on, okay? And then that's going to be infused through your crown chakra, like a waveform. It's going to go down your pranic tube, and it's going to spread out in all directions through all your chakra, through all your entire body. You'll feel a shift, and it will integrate what we've just done. So microphone's on. Repeat after me. Higher self, please encode this nutrient
By
Higher
yourself, please encode
Please
this
encode
nutrient
nutrient
in the perfect balance that is required
and the
in
perfect
the
balance
perfect
is
balance
required,
that is required,
and clear and align all pathways
and clear and
clear
align all
and align all pathways
for maximum assimilation, absorption, and utilization.
for maximum
maximum
assimilation, absorption, and utilization.
Close your eyes and just let it come in, let it propagate radially from your pranic tube in all directions. Ooh, I feel a little altered from that. It sort of disintegrates things, calms things down as you have reached a new state of being from clearing some of those iceberg programs that came up that were blocking your manifestation. Just get a sense of how you feel. Okay. All right, so I'd like to hear from you guys how you found that. Sorry, I missed some of Kelly. I missed some. You breathe through the mouth, Kelly, at all times. Anyone want to share how that was? How they felt that was? I'm just checking in to make sure you're okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Victoria?
All right. That's all new to me. It's different than what I usually do when I'm meditating or trying to connect. Where are these things? You're showing pages of a book. What is that from?
That is the Divine Healing Level 1 manual. That's what you're seeing.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else want to share how that was, either in the chat? Okay. Kelly's saying that was wonderful. She feels energized. Mindy, your mic's on. How are you feeling if you want to talk?
I feel better. First, I was feeling like I know there was a lot of blockages.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now, yeah, I do feel a little lighter
Yeah. Thank
and
you.
emotional.
Okay, good. You can repeat this when you get the video next week. If you can go through the same process, it'll clear you more deeply. Okay. Anyone else want to share how that was? Just switch your mic on. Cheryl? You have to unmute to speak. It's on the bottom left, the microphone of your screen. Doesn't seem to be unmuting, or you can put it in the chat if you can't unmute the microphone. Or if you become a panelist, if you want, that may make it easier. It's the other way to do it. I can't seem to unmute you, so okay. All right, let's try this. Try now. If you're on a computer, it'll be on the bottom right, bottom left. It'll be just click on the microphone on the bottom left. On a phone, mobile, or cell, it'll be at the bottom somewhere. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, if you just put it in the chat, Cheryl, I'll read it out. Okay. Yeah, just put it in the chat how you felt, and I'll read it out for everybody. Cheryl. I don't know what's going on, why it's not unmuting, so. Anyone else want to share how that was? Okay, Cheryl's feeling, I feel very emotional, but very grateful, so much lighter and very free. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else want to share? It's not like it. Okay. Okay. And she says, thank you very much. Okay. My pleasure. So let's go back to sharing the screen. So you just cleared a bunch of programming, guys, blocking your manifestation. And what divine healing does is I'll just talk a little bit about what it is. It's a multidimensional system, a healing system whose purpose is to open to grace, which gives you a very simple, quick, and profound, accurate set of healing tools, which you can use on yourself and others. And it helps you reconnect to spirit. It's self-empowering because you can do it on yourself, as you've seen. And it's keys to, I'm not allowed to say enlightenment anymore, but keys to raising consciousness, okay? And what it can do, if you keep doing this regularly, I learned this in 2006 when our Mira Aro, who used to run the center with me, developed it with 2 other colleagues. It enables you to make your life really happen. Become conscious of your programming and clear it, layer by layer, clear the onion. And your dreams start to come true. I went from barely making a living to having a global teaching business now, 17 years later, and developing and fully living your vision. And I found it was so powerful. I did it every day for 2 years once I learned it. It enabled me to heal very deeply, completely, and easily, and track more and reconnect more to my true essence and tap into my gifts. And life has become more joyful, fun, and fun. Obviously, there are still challenges, but it's got a lot easier. And it's helped me open to the flow of abundance. And we become the master of my life. That means master of my programs, not a master of anyone else. So I can deliver this gift of service, my gift of service as well, which is the soul contract work, especially, and the divine healing. So what we're effectively doing, to summarize, is that we are growing lotuses out of the mud, the karmic mud, the karmic separation in your soul contracts, because we view it as all as one. So what you were doing when you were breathing is breathing into the mud, ask ourselves, okay, please transform this mud into lotuses, the beautiful things in life. That's what effectively we were doing with those different pages in the Divine Healing Level 1 manual. Okay. And this is how we get back to source. This is how we manifest what we desire. Because every time you clear a program, you get a little closer, okay, to you get a little closer to what you wish to manifest. So show you the manual, a bit more of the manual. I'm going to find it. Here it is. So this manual was channeled over a period of about a year in 2005 by our Mira and Shakira and Mary there. And it consists of 26 charts. Okay. And we cleared main low frequency programs first, which got triggered where you're focusing on what you wish to manifest. Then we cleared past life issues, not death in this case, we just adjusted the chart, past life issues blocking your manifestation. And then we infused nutrition to actually help integrate that. Okay, but there are 26 charts. So it's a very powerful self-empowerment tool you can use on yourself and on others if you're interested in using it as a therapy. And basically the higher self in this divine healing session goes through all these different charts, like we clear fears and phobias, blockages to the Godhead, hidden subconscious ego agendas, things which stop us moving forward, energy interferences. Okay, these are the beings which stop us reaching higher consciousness, judgments and beliefs, key psychological conflicts, psychological reversals in our psyche, which we're not aware of, that really stop us from moving forward. Sabotages, traumas, and toxins from the body. Okay, and we have little command codes here to help integrate hydration of the body. So basically, we have a whole toolbox to really accelerate our growth. And when we teach this in the online Zoom training, we spend 4 days basically doing a massive healing intensive, where as a group we form one consciousness called a synergistic entity, and it guides us through moving through all these charts in a very specific order. So eventually, over 4 days, we get all the charts done. Okay, and the way it's taught is that I explain each chart, I demonstrate it. If it's a simple chart, I would do the command code on everybody at once. It's a more complex one. We have one person volunteers, and we do a demonstration on them because they resonate with the chart. Then you go off into Zoom breakout rooms, digital private space, so that you can actually give and receive the chart under supervision. We have assistants to each other, and then you come back to the main room. And so that's how it goes. We do about 4 1.5 hour slots each day over 4 days, and you come out much more squeaky clean from a lot of your separation programs, and then you can move forward in life, because as you reduce the size of your ego onion, the more access you have to higher consciousness, and the more your ability to manifest what you desire becomes stronger and stronger. Okay, so any questions on that before we go any further? We're nearly done. Suma, do you have any questions? Oh,
I put it in the chat so I don't forget to ask.
okay.
My question was, is the training more for us to do our own healing, like cleansing, or are we actually being taught how to do this for clients and
Both. It's both.
okay.
It's
And then
both.
one more question.
Go on.
How do I know what my separation program is, especially like the 3 that you mentioned from 3 ways you get separated from God? One is
Abandonment,
trust.
lack of
Abandonment.
trust, and unworthiness.
Mhm.
The higher self will guide you. It'll tell you, basically, because we do an opening, which I did for you guys before we started, where you align with the higher self. Okay. And then it will guide you. We teach you how to connect with the higher self, and it will guide you through the number mapping, what the program is. You don't have to go and look for it. It will just tell you. You'll feel it. Okay. It's actually quite simple. It's about opening to higher consciousness, becoming aware of the program, feeling it as much as you can, doing a command code, clearing it. That's the basic principle of it. But these 26 charts are lots of different ways of doing that, depending on the issue.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? You can switch on the mic and just ask me, or we can put it in the chat. Other questions? Okay, we'll keep going. We're nearly there. Okay. We're still going to have part 2 of the manifestation process, but I'm leaving you a bit of time to integrate, so I'm talking about things here. Okay, so if you're interested in learning that and transforming your life, okay, we teach it online on Zoom. And the next one is this 2 weekends, 17th and 18th, and 24th and 25th of February, 2024. And it starts at 12:30 UK time, runs for 8 hours, 7:30 AM Eastern, 4:30 AM Pacific, because we've got to cover from California across to the Eastern Bloc. And it starts at 1:30 in Europe. And people only teach it in person, but then it went global, the business, so we went online. So we had people flying from America over to England, but people don't mind getting up too early. We have ways of managing that as well for you with homeopathics. to learn the training. But you do that 4 1.5 hour slots. It's like 1.5 hours, 20 minutes break, 1.5 hours, another 20-minute break. Third 1.5 hours, then a meal break of an hour, then the fourth 1.5 hours if you've got kids and stuff like that. And we did it over 2 weekends because the California moms said, can you split it in 2 weekends? Because then I can come. And we do that in spring. Later in the year, we do 4 days in a row. So if you don't get much vacation time, you need to only do it on weekends, this is the one where you can do it. That happens annually. The full fee is £571 or about $664 approximately, depends on the exchange rate, which changes a lot. It's equivalent to only about 5.5 hours of private sessions. You can learn to do it yourself, which means you have it for life. You can do it anytime on yourself. And the deposit is £193 or $224 to secure your place. And you can find out more at the divinehealingtraining.com here. That'll take you to the webpage. And we have payment plans available via PayPal. And you can use your debit or credit card on that. It's three monthly payments of £190, about $242. It makes it easier for you. A lot of people use that. So that's how you can access that. Okay. All right. So the final part of any questions on that before I do the final part of the manifestation? No? Okay. So the manifestation we just did then was for the morning at sunrise. Sunrise at this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere is very early. So if it is early, I'll give you instructions in the description on the YouTube video you'll get next week on how to do a command code to shift the time. So you may not do it at sunrise, but to shift it and send the energy to the point of sunrise, okay? I'll put that on there. So that's the active manifestation is in the morning. And as I said earlier, try and do it at least 7 to 10 days with the same consecutive manifestation, because then you're building up the momentum to create something. Don't chop and change it. Otherwise, the universe will say, make up your mind. What do you actually want? Okay. And in the evening at sunset, we do a gratitude meditation, which we're going to do now to finish off. And that opens a really strong connection to source. Sometimes I find this is even stronger than the manifestation one. So in this one, it's the same principle of 20 minutes, 3 lots of 7 minutes. And in the first part of it, we use the sound of Om, which is the sound of God. And we breathe from the base to the crown, the Om, to clear it. Second 7 minutes, we breathe from base to crown to oneness with Om. And then the third one is we use Shalom, from feeling gratitude the whole time, from base to crown to oneness. So we're going to do that now, okay, just to finish off and see how that feels. And you can be grateful for anything you like. It doesn't have to be the manifestation we just did now. Okay, whatever comes to you, it may change through it, through the process, okay? So everyone close your eyes, okay? Yes, Kelly, you will get a PDF of the manual you just saw as part of the training, okay? You get a PDF of that and of the presentation pack, a lot of the slides you just saw there. That comes with it. When you enroll, you basically get access to the back office on our website, then you can download all those files once you've fully paid for it, okay?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
When you sign up for the class, do you already have to have your soul reading?
You don't have to have a soul contract reading prior to doing this. No.
Okay.
The main criteria for this, as long as you can feel your feelings, Mindy, you can come. Okay.
Yep.
That's the fuel of it, is feeling the program. And that's all you need to be able to do, and a willingness and desire to heal, then you're ready for it. Okay. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, everyone close your eyes. Breathe into your hearts, and it'll come up to you what you want to be grateful for. We're going to start the first Om, from base to crown to clear it. So we go, everyone turn your mics on. We go, Om. And the louder you are, the better, the more powerful it is. Om.
Oh.
Now we go for second 7 minutes, we'll go from base to crown out to the oneness of the unified field. Oh, feeling gratitude for whatever comes up for you. Oh. Now the third one, the third lot of 7 minutes is shalom from base to crown to oneness, feeling gratitude for whatever's coming up for you. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Just relax now, let it go, and just stay in that unified field. So you would have done that for 7 minutes. Total of 20 minutes at sunset. Feel the gratitude. Feel the expansion. Feel that you're one with all that is. Okay, so just sort of take a few deep breaths and bring yourself back. You may feel a bit altered from that. It's perfectly normal. Well done, people. So that's the manifestation process. And it's very powerful and used in combination with divine healing. So if you want to get, create what you desire or get clear what that is, this is how I do it. So, any final questions? Sort of time's nearly up. Any final questions? So before we go, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kelly. And we will get the video to you probably, it'll be next week, by the time we process it and get it out to you. Any other questions? All right. Okay. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed that. And if you listen to it again, it'll be just as powerful as it was live. Okay. So it's important not to do this in the car. Okay. You want to be in a sort of a very sacred space. It's very strong, this work. Okay. And the transmission will be contained in the video. All right. So take care. Have a good weekend. And maybe we'll see you on the training. And at least hope the video helps you create what you desire. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care.